Hello Gemini, welcome to the Black Hearted Oracle. Before we get started, I'd like to pay homage and reverence to Mother Sustainer, Father Creator, and of course my beautiful ancestors. Now what you see laid before you, Gemini, is the January general reading. Okay, let's get started. The first message that you have comes from this Shadow and Light deck, and it is Shallow Grave, You Miss Someone. It says, the beautiful young woman is missing someone deeply, and she knows perhaps for the first time what it is to lose someone. Missing someone can be very hard. It feels like a physical ache, and our heart can indeed be broken. We love, and we love so deeply that love can continue even when the form we loved is no longer with us. Acknowledge just how deeply you have yearned for someone's return and how much that person's loss has affected you. There is a deep sadness here, and it cannot be eased by denying its presence. Be truthful with yourself, and that your sadness will change and be a part of your life's beauty, not its pain. It is time to let something go. Before you do, let's take a moment to acknowledge what this was to you. Know that this meant so much. By returning it to the past rather than yearning for it in the present, you are creating a future that has a greater freedom to it. Opportunities for fresh starts. Every day is, in a sense, gives you a clean slate. Starting over is immensely important after you have grieved. Something has been laid to rest and will no longer trespass on the present. You will blossom and grow with fresh relationships and love after mourning this lost one. Sentimentality, holding on to the past, idealizing the past, refusing, not allowing yourself to get over a breakup with a friend, a move to a new town, a faded romance, parents who have divorced, or something you are convinced that you must have back in order to be happy again. Mourning for what was, what you feel should have been, very deep sadness. This experience has been of great value. It is time to move on, to place all that to rest. You may wish to plant a memory tree to commemorate your lost love. As it grows and changes, you will heal, and the memories will be sweet and sad, without bitterness and pain. It is time for you to stop hanging on so sadly to that which has long passed. Mourn and then come back to us, ready to live again. The next message, this is your state of mind. The next one will deal with your love life and love issues in your life. It says, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Now, the Chakra Oracle cards deals with your intentions, and it is perception. And it says, the heart knows what the eyes cannot see. A young princess wanders into an untended garden. As she crawls through the decaying undergrowth, she finds a brilliant emerald stone. The stone speaks and tells the princess to open an old wooden door. She enters a dark corridor, and the door slams shut. Afraid, she moves forward until her hand falls upon another door. It opens to reveal the same garden she had left behind. Only now, it is beautiful, filled with flowers, butterflies, birds, and magnificent. It is magnificent and familiar. Often our journey brings us full circle, leaving us to wonder why things happened. Emerald Stone teaches us to follow through on whatever is before us. Going back is not an option. What in my life needs tending? How good will I allow myself to feel? Transformation in the heart, change in perception, the unknown, promise of a richer experience, beauty, open-heartedness, and appreciation. Music, Harmony is from the Earth Magic, and this is your inner world. This card represents your inner world. And it says, at this time of considerable harmony, this is a time of considerable harmony for you. One where the various elements in your life are flowing together smoothly. The challenge is to sustain this inner accord even when there is considerable dissonance outside of your own mind, heart, and body. Note the sensations, emotions, and thoughts you experience when everything seems to be moving along well. Take 3 deep breaths and let your breathing be the anchor that reminds you of this state of consciousness. Whenever you perceive chaos around you, know that it is a mirror of your inner turmoil. When you recognize this, take 3 or more breaths to bring forth the memory of those moments when your life was like a symphony. Then every time you exhale, you are releasing the energy of your internal state of harmony into the world, and it will have amazing effects. Sarasvati and the arts. Express yourself through creative activities. You're a limitless being. It seems that you have time, money, or other restrictions. It's simply because your mind is focused upon the material world. You can unlimit yourself by lifting the cloak of the material world from your focus. Music is essential for the expression of a non-material ideas and energies. Music colors our surroundings and emanations from the highest vibrational fields. It allows us to escape all limitations in our thinking and our very existence. Surround yourself in music and allow it to stimulate your own creative thinking and to spark new ideas. Flow with the music and give yourself permission to investigate and experiment with putting your creative ideas into action. Enjoy being limitless. Now, the medicine cards refer to the protection energies that you can have access to during this month. And it's family and friends. It's 47 Prairie Dog, and it's family and friends, and eat lots of veggies. Find your balance with your friends and your family, community, many social experiences. And your emotions is the unseen. Too much is hidden from you. So now, Gemini, as we can see, I don't know if you're dealing with an actual loss, like someone has transitioned out of the physical world and into the spirit world. I don't know if that's what you're dealing with, but if it is, it's telling you that you have to feel the grief. You know, and while you're doing this, allow your friends to help you, because as well as here as a prairie dog, it says your family and friends, you know, and you have to change the way that you're looking at it. Because when somebody leaves us, they don't fully leave us, they transition. Just as your perception is here, so you have to remember the wisdom and all the joys that their presence were for you. And or if it's not an actual physical loss and it's just that you're coming to the close of a friendship, a relationship, a job, something that you valued deeply that you're no longer a part of. So maybe you retired and you retired from your job that has been a mainstay in your life for a long time. What it's saying is that, you know, you have to let your friends help you, seek your community. And the arts will be very important for you. It will restore balance in you. It will enliven you, you know, and maybe you have a hobby that you like and you never had the time to pursue it. But now it's telling you that now would be a good time for you to pursue these things. And even if it is just to play music in the background, you know, to put on some jazz, put on some reggae, put on some country, whatever music that you're into. If you're into classical piano or, you know, like Mozart or Beethoven, then put that on. You know, something that will enliven your spirit and get you out of this grieving and sadness that you seem to be stuck in, because this is the state of mind, is that you're in a place of grieving, of missing someone, that you almost feel like you yourself would want to crawl into a shallow grave. But don't do that. Like, change your perception of life, you know, because your emotional world, it's inner turmoil. There's so many things that are unseen. I want to see, why is Gemini's emotional state the unseen? Oh gosh, okay. So what this is saying, I mean, I know it says a new person enters your life, a relationship begins a new phase, heightened psychic abilities, but this is my apology card, you know? So do you wish to give any further information on what is the unseen for Gemini's emotional state? Oh, okay. Yeah, so either that someone has spoken their truth to you, or you have to speak your truth, and you're fearing that once you do, it is going to require for you to apologize. But there's a quote that I love. I'm not sure who it's by, but it says, for the many years that we have lived in lies, we must seek to live in truth. So change your perception. You have to stand up and be who you are. Come from this grieving place. Know that all is not lost. Your garden still can be abundant and flourishing. But take the time to recenter yourself within the arts, whatever arts that you are. If you're a painter, or if you're not even into the arts, you know, maybe you should try to get into some. Find something that you like, whether it's glass blowing, painting, knitting, music. It seems like music would be a very big part for you. But you know, you really have to do something about this truth that either you're not speaking, or this truth that you need to speak, but you feel like you can't because it would cause you to have to apologize for this, which I think is ridiculous. No one should ever have to apologize for the truth. Sorry. Okay, I was going to ask, what was this shallow grave experience? And again, it is independent. It's objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you. And this is having the great inner strength. And you have to focus, communicate with vision, and be a leader. Exactly. This truth that is unseen, you're really going to have to communicate whatever is causing you this grief. You're going to have to cut this out and find the strength. If it's through your friends that you find this strength, fine. Or if it's your family and your friends that you find this strength, fine. But be in a state of idealistic motivation. You know, pick up back your ambitions and your charisma. You know, and focus on what's ahead of you. Because as this card said, there's no more going back. You know, whatever this is has passed and gone. So Gemini, I thank you so much for coming to the Black Hearted Oracle. I pray these messages found you well. And I pray that you find your higher self in the quiet places. And may Ma'at hold you in her loving grace. Ashe.